of the things I want to investigate rapidly, because I've never seen anything to this extent. The train that's being built between Los Angeles and San Francisco is the worst managed project I think I've ever seen, and I've seen some of the worst. Billions and billions, hundreds of billions of dollars over budget. In fact, I read where you could take every single person that was going to go on the train and get the finest limousine service in the world and take them back and forth with limousines, and you'd have hundreds of billions of dollars left over. It is the worst thing, and we're going to start an investigation of that because it's not possible. I built for a living, and I built on time, on budget. It's impossible that something could cost that much. And now it's not even going to San Francisco, and it's not going to Los Angeles. They made it much shorter. So now it's at little places way away from San Francisco and way away from Los Angeles. No, we're going to start a big investigation on that because I've never seen anything like it. Nobody has ever seen anything like it. The worst overruns that there have ever been in the history of our country.
Yeah, I mean, but that's all due to Democrat policies and all of the extra fluff, right, that comes with doing anything under a Democrat administration. And Jon Stewart is going to get a wake-up call on this from Ezra Klein because he's going to perfectly, I mean, honestly, this video here is a great ad for Doge, right? This is a great ad for Doge, but it also shows how lost in the sauce a lot of Democrats really are. Like, they're completely clueless. They hear all of this sunshine and rainbows fluff stuff, right? We're going to end homelessness. We're going to invest billions of dollars into homelessness. We're going to have this high-speed rail train from San Francisco to Los Angeles, and it's going to be amazing. We're going to have it done in 5 years, blah, blah, blah. It's going to cost only $30 million or $30 billion. But in reality, it wasn't going to be from San Francisco to Cali. It's going to be in like two random places that are a lot closer together. And instead of 30 billion, it's going to end up being about 100 billion because of all the rules and all of the red tape and everything that goes along with it. And the fact that Democrats just suck at getting stuff done. And Jon Stewart is going to get that wake up call here. And I just want to go over this video with you guys. So with that being said, let's dive in.
We have to issue the notice of funding opportunity within 180 days. That's step one. Step two, which all 56 state applicants completed, is states who want to participate must submit a letter of intent. After they do that, they can submit a request for up to $5 million in planning grants. Then the NTIA, step four, has to review and approve and award, again, planning grants, not broadband grants, planning grants.
And it's still at the NTIA. It's still at the first step.
All right, so the NTIA must issue a NOFA within 180 days. States who want to participate must submit their letter of intent. Step three, they can request up to $5 million in planning grants.
Just planning.
Just planning. Step four, the requests are reviewed, approved, and awarded by the NTIA. Which currently all 56, 3 years later, all 56 applicants had passed through at least step five. It took more than 3 years. So it's a long time. States must submit a 5-year action plan. So the states kind of go back and they kind of think about how they're going to do this. And they don't just say, okay, thank you for the money. We're going to spend it. And you can see how it worked out later. We're like, here's our 5-year action plan. Then the FCC must publish the broadband data maps before NTIA allocates funds. So having done the NOFO, the letters of intent, the request for planning grants, then the review, approval, and awarding of the planning grants, then the 5-year action plans. In between that, the federal government has to put forward a map saying where it thinks we need rural broadband subsidies. And then, of course, the states need an opportunity to challenge the map for accuracy. And you can imagine this doesn't all happen in like a day. Okay, so then the NTIA, step 7, has to use the FCC maps to make allocation decisions. Then, having already done their letter of intent, their request for planning grants, it's hard even to talk about this, man. Step 7 is NTIA must use the FCC maps that were already challenged for allocation decisions. Then, having submitted all this, I think this one is actually quite amazing.
Yeah.
Having submitted their 5-year plans or letters of intent, step 8 is states must submit an initial proposal an initial proposal to the NTIA. Then
Is that the result of their $5 million planning fund? This
I
initial
assume,
proposal?
but then what was the 5-year plan?
And what the fuck did they apply for? What was their NOFO?
Like, if the 5-year action plan isn't the initial proposal, then what's the 5-year action
Forget
plan?
NOFO.
Okay.
MOFO.
Step 9, NTIA must review and approve each state's, again, initial proposal. By my read, we have had at least 2 initial proposals here, but that's a different issue.
Oh my God.
Step 10, states must publish their own map and allow internal challenges to their own map. So the government has published a map. They have invited the states to challenge the map. Then states have submitted initial proposals, and they then have to publish their own map and allow challenges.
Wait, who's challenging it within the state?
Well, organized interest groups, environmental groups, like I don't know who specifically, but literally anybody. This is,
right.
I want to say something because it's very important I say this. This is the Biden administration's process for its own bill. They wanted this to happen. This is how liberal government works now.
This is something they instituted for this bill.
For their bill. This is a bill passed by Democrats with a regulatory structure written by Democratic administration. Okay.
Right.
Step 11. The NTIA must...
And you wonder where all of our money is going. What? Like, I'm just gonna let him finish. This is just crazy. But you can imagine that lots of people are being paid along the way. And in some cases, the same person twice.
Review and improve the challenge results and the final map. So the NTIA has put forward a map. The states have challenged that map. Then the states have put forward their maps, had other challenges. And now the NTIA must review and approve the challenges to the state maps. Okay. So we've done step 11, NTIA must review and approve challenge results and final map. We've lost 9 of the applicants at that point. Step 12. States must run a competitive sub-granting process.
Oh my fucking God. At step 12, after all this has been done.
Yeah, none of that could have happened along the way here. We have now lost 17 more applicants. So now 30 of 56 have completed step 12. Step 13, states must submit a final proposal. All the proposals weren't enough to NTIA. Now that goes to 3 of 56. So we've gone in the last couple steps from 56 had gone to this point to 3 of 56. Step 14, the NTIA must review and approve the state's final proposal. And that is 3 of the 56 jurisdictions and states are there. In summary, states are nearly at the finish line. And it says to stop their progress now, or worse, to make them go backwards, would be a stick in the spokes of the most promising broadband deployment plans we have ever seen. End scene.
I'm speechless, Ezra. Honestly, it's far worse than I could have imagined. But the fact that they amputated their own legs on this is what's so stunning.
The fact that he was shocked by that is just crazy to me. Just crazy. Like I said earlier, that was the perfect ad for Doge. The perfect ad for Doge, and also just electing Republicans over Democrats. That is ridiculous. $42 billion basically wasted. I guarantee you at least $15 billion of that was spent getting through all of these different hoops. And people wonder where all of our tax dollars go, right? When Democrats are in office. It goes to the bureaucracy, paying government employees for absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Years just going through these different hoops. Years. And I was reading through the comment section here. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, the $42 billion should have been a tax credit for every rural resident to buy a Starlink receiver. All of rural America would have had high-speed internet within a few months for less than $42 billion. Bro, I don't even know who that person is. Perfect solution right there. But of course, that's way too easy for Democrats. That's too simple. We got to do it this complicated way where we jump through 1,001 hoops. But honestly, I feel like that's done intentionally. That's done on purpose to funnel money out of taxpayers' hands into government employees and into wherever else, politicians' hands, politicians' pockets. It's money laundering. In my humble opinion, there's no reason why that should even be a thing. No reason. None at all. That is absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So if you needed another reason why to never vote for Democrats ever again, there's a reason why right there. I mean, we could talk about the high-speed rail in California. $33 billion. Now it's up to like $130 billion, and they've shortened it, and it's still not done. It was supposed to be done 5 years ago. That was supposed to be done years ago, and it ballooned almost $100 billion. And just to think, there's some people in this country that still want to elect these same people. It's crazy. It's crazy. Anyway, y'all let me know your thoughts on this, man. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff when you really like start diving into it all, like how terrible Democrat policies truly are. And you truly see why these Democrat cities are garbage and they never get anything done. But anyway, thanks for tuning in as always. Stay safe out there. Peace and love. I'm out.